All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Eli. Glad you could all join me here today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Elias Melas, but you can call me Eli for short, and I am the president and founder of the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. We are here to help you with your personal development, self-improvement. We are here to help better your lives personally and professionally. That starts with working deep within yourselves, learning to love yourselves, learning to accept yourself, and learning to deal with garbage stuff on the internet, learning to deal with haters, jealous people, etc. That's what we're going to be talking about here today. But before we get to all of that, first of all, let me make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube, and it looks like it's rolling well. Let me also check out the back end of Facebook, and it looks like it is rolling well on Facebook. Fantastic. And allow me to do a sound check. The notification on YouTube has gone out. Personal development, self-improvement. We are here to help better your lives personally and professionally. That starts with working deep within. All right, let's check out Facebook. Make sure that we are rolling well on Facebook. Are we in the feed? Where are we? Doesn't look like we're in the feed on Facebook. Well, let me check out my Facebook page. Yeah, it shows me that I'm live there. Okay, hang on. We are allowed to do a sound check. The notification on YouTube has gone out. All right. All is rolling well. Hello, Bayou Repair Guy Raleigh on the YouTube side of things. What's up, Eli? Not much. How about yourself, Raleigh? How are you doing? I've received all of your emails. I just haven't had time to fully respond yet, but I am getting your information, and thank you for your continued support and your kindness and your generosity. My girlfriend Donna and I greatly appreciate and respect you. Furthermore, Bayou Repair Guy says, I hope your Friday is going well. Yeah, it's going great, man. I've gotten all the errands taken care of today for Dawn and I. Dawn is chilling on the couch. She's probably going to be watching, but not commenting. And yeah, everything is going great, man. Everything is going great. And, you know, I want to make sure that everything is going great for you and others as well. And that's why I wanted to do this show today, because I really, really want to start to focus completely on positive energy over here on my end through the two channels I run with my girlfriend Dawn. Here through the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short, we are all about positivity. We are about positive reinforcement. Today, I want to reinforce positivity into everyone's brain. Now, with some people, as you know, Raleigh and others that are here, okay, and that have been a part of this in the past, as you know, with some people, no matter how much you try to reinforce positivity, it just doesn't resonate with them, or they're not ready to accept positivity within themselves. They're struggling with it. And when people struggle with accepting positivity as the way they want to live their life, they tend to project those struggles onto people that are positive or radiating positivity. And today I'm going to share with you folks how to handle this. I've got 3 Reddit postings here today. I'm going to be going over and sharing some examples from other people, because I want people to not only hear what I say, but also, you know, see and hear what other people are saying. Because it's not just me. I'm just the messenger. I'm just somebody that fully understands the importance of positive reinforcement. Today's topic is success on social media involves dealing with jealousy, dislike, and hateful comments. One more time. The topic of today's show is success on social media involves dealing with jealousy, dislike, and hateful comments. Okay. If you've been on YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, TikTok, or many other various social media platforms, and you've participated, you've shared your thoughts and your opinions, I'm more than sure you've been ridiculed by people that disagree with you. I'm also sure that people have agreed with you as well. Sometimes people will agree with you, other times they won't. And like I've always said, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with someone on their thoughts and opinions, but it's how you disagree which makes all the difference and keeps yourself in a positive mindset. You can choose to respectfully disagree, or you can choose to disrespectfully disagree and attack people solely on the fact that their opinion is different than yours. Okay? Now, if you're trying to grow a business on social media, you're trying to get your message out there, and you get a bunch of people that disrespectfully disagree with you, that attack you, when they disagree instead of respectfully disagreeing, you've got to learn to ignore those people. You've got to learn to accept that those people are not going to go away and they're going to keep coming at you. But you have to learn to ignore them. If they come into your live stream chats, you just have to block them and move on. You have to learn how to manage yourself as positively as possible on social media, because there are negative people that, again, are not ready to be happy, that are going to try to knock you down to their level, meaning they're going to try to disrupt your shows. If you're doing a live stream, if you're doing pre-recorded videos or podcasting, they're going to put negative comments in your comment section. And again, here's the thing. You're fully in control of who you allow to chat on your YouTube channels, who you allow to post on, who you allow to comment on Facebook, who you allow to comment regarding anything you run on the internet. Okay? Now, some people say, hey, if you block too many people, you're blocking your audience. Well, yeah, I understand that. You don't block people simply because of the fact that they have a difference of opinion, as long as they respectfully disagree. You want to block people that are trolling and intentionally trying to disrupt what you're trying to create. And sometimes you're going to get a bunch of those people and you have to block them all, or else you're not going to be able to ever accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, right? Bio Repair Guy Raleigh says you could take some of your old videos and make them into shorts and put them on TikTok, and I bet you do really well. Yeah, no, I understand that, Raleigh. I've thought about that for quite some time. I just haven't had the time to do it. I've just had a lot going on over the last, several weeks, and this year's been pretty busy. But things are starting to slow down and taper off a little bit, and I'm going to start to end up doing that. I just have to find the time to do it. So great idea, and thank you so much for sharing that. Appreciate it. All right. So without further ado, let's get to these 3 Reddit postings. I only plan on being on for about an hour or so, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. TikTok is monetizable too. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, and so is Facebook. I just, I haven't chosen to turn on monetization on Facebook. I need to learn a lot more about it, and I focus primarily on YouTube, but yeah, I'm going to start looking into other options as well. Those are all great ideas. Raleigh says, if you release like one video a week on TikTok and just use your old content, you wouldn't even have to create anything new, is what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying. I love doing new stuff. I love being current and in the moment, and I love being here live for people. I love the live personal development aspect because that's the best way to help people, in my opinion. But yes, there will be a lot more, repurposed content is what they call that. That's not reused content. When you're repurposing your own content for shorts and stuff, that's perfectly legal on YouTube. It won't get you removed from the YouTube partner program or anything. But yeah, you're talking about repurposing content, and that's exactly what I want to get to. Just have to find the time to do it. So great ideas there, man. Great ideas. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and switch on over to the browser source. Come on. What the heck? What's going on? Come on. Huh. There we go. All right. Looks like we're good now. All right. This first of 3 postings comes from the subreddit r/entrepreneur. And the original poster's title is, anyone have personal experience of people starting to dislike you when you become successful in life? One more time, anyone have personal experience of people starting to dislike you when you become successful in life? Now, let me clarify something. When the original poster states successful, that doesn't mean that you have to be overly crazy successful. All it means is that you've succeeded at some things and you're working on succeeding at other things, like I am. Okay. I've been doing this for 6.5 years on YouTube, and I've accomplished a level of success, but not at a huge level. That doesn't mean I'm not successful, but I keep coming back each and every day or every other day and creating more content, and I move forward. And no matter what anyone says, that is considered success. And a lot of people, that, disagree with what you're doing or are living in a negative, hateful mindset are going to try to knock you down. Okay. So I just wanted to be very clear on what success is. You don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube to be successful. You just have to be on your way to success and have reached some sort of success. I'll give you an example. Both of my channels on YouTube are monetized. They've been monetized. This main channel here has been monetized for 4.5 years. And the GNA2, Genuine Live Personal Development channel, has been monetized for 2 years. That is considered success. It's a form of success. Okay. And just because we haven't made a whole lot of money doing this doesn't mean we're not on our way to being successful or haven't at least reached some level of success. We have. And we keep growing each and every day. But there are people that are going to look at that and say, oh, you've been doing this for a long time. You should be making more money. You're, worthless. You're a failure, blah, blah, blah. You just have to ignore those people and keep on moving forward. Give me a second here. Every so often, I'll be looking in on the Facebook side of things. And nothing going on Facebook? Okay, let's continue here. I hear a lot of stories that once you start to become successful, your peers and old friends oftentimes start to change around you. Yeah, it happens. It does. People get jealous because when they see you reaching success that you want to reach and they do it before you do it, then everyone is going to feel like that. I used to feel like that in my younger days. Did you notice at certain points in your life when you started gaining a lot of traction and becoming successful that there was also a lot of friction coming up in your relationships? If so, I'm wondering why that is. Because everybody wants to be successful. And if, you're around a core group of friends and you're all at the same level when you meet, right? And then one of you, let's say in this case it was me, starts to work, gets a good job, makes good money, buys a decent car and has everything going for themselves. The rest of them, are going to look at that and say, hey, I want what Eli has. I want the life Eli has, right? And then sometimes people start to live vicariously through your life. Now, there's nothing wrong with looking at someone's success and letting it inspire you to reach their level. When it becomes wrong is when you get extremely jealous over it and you try to knock that person down back down to your level because they're no longer at that level that you're still at. They're ahead. Instead, you should be asking those people, hey, what did you do to reach that level of success? How do you maintain such a positive attitude? Blah, 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 right? Ask questions and ask for help, okay? And you don't have to be envious, but be respectful and say, hey, man, it looks like you're doing well. Can you share some tips with me on, how you broke through to get to this level? That's all you have to do. That's it, okay? Let's see. By repair guy Raleigh says, my father always said if you had all your bills paid but no money in the bank, you were successful. Sometimes in a bad economy like we're in, just maintaining a success. I would agree with that. Success is whatever you want to define it to be. If you're debt-free, Raleigh, which is what your father's saying, like, okay, so you have all your bills paid off, you don't owe anything, but you don't have a whole lot of money saved up. Yeah, you're debt-free. Now, obviously you're still working to bring in more revenue because you're going to have, recurring bills like your utility bills, gas, electricity, water, sewer, you need fuel for your car, etc., right? Now, you still need to work and bring in money and then try to save more money. But if, let's say, you lose your job and you have your bills paid off, what's going to happen? What do people do at that point? They take a home equity loan off of their house, or they use credit cards, and then they get right back into debt. And I think what people should be doing is, try to pay off your bills as soon as possible, but you also need to have money in the bank for a rainy day. And I always say having at least 6 months, preferably a year, of income saved to where you can live your life like you are while you're working and have your job. You got to have a backup plan. But yes, being debt-free is success. But if you have no other money for a rainy day, yeah, that can worry people. That can worry people. It does worry people. I've been there. I'm currently kind of there right now, but hey, I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. Good points there, Raleigh. Let's see in the comments. Everyone roots for you when they can see you putting in the work, but once they start to see the fruits of your labor, it reminds them of the dream they gave up on. Right. One more time. Everyone roots for you when they can see you putting in the work, but once they start to see the fruits of your labor, it reminds them of the dream they gave up on. I could not have said that better myself. How about a big round of applause? Yeah, people can and will be happy for you, but then when they start to reevaluate themselves and they realize that they gave up on a similar dream and they're watching you succeed because you didn't give up, it starts to hit them. And then if they don't try to turn it around and, you're still associated with them, eventually these people will project their misery onto you. And you don't need that because that can affect you from continuing to build on your success. Let's continue. Not everyone roots for you either. That's true. Well, the people that are extremely jealous and insecure and immature, this more so happens when we're younger and inexperienced, but it also happens when you're older. I've seen many people out here on the YouTube side of things in their, mid to late 30s, throughout their 40s, 50s, and beyond that are still projecting their misery because they still haven't accomplished what they want to accomplish. And nothing wrong with that, as long as they're heading in the right direction. But at the same time, these supposed grown-ass adults project their misery onto other people they wish they could be like. And you can't let those people tear you down because they will shortchange your success, and you don't want to allow them to do that. At the same time, them wasting their time coming at you is also shortchanging their future success. So, yeah, it hurts everyone. So you got to ignore that stuff. Slim Bucket 305 says, you could say that again. People hate to see others break the mold and start working on bettering themselves. Pure jealousy. Big round of applause. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I think everyone is going to have a certain level of jealousy within them when they see other people succeed in ways they want to succeed or haven't succeeded yet. But it's how you handle it, right? It's how you handle it. Little jealousy, that's fine. But if you let it constantly get to you, then it becomes toxic. Then it becomes an insecurity. If you're, a grown adult, especially if you're beyond your 20s and your 30s, 40s, and 50s, it's severely immature. You just have to snap out of that rut. Definitely best to just get away from those people. Absolutely. I could not have said it better myself. Slim Bucket 305 says, yep, the unfortunate part is most of those people he meant to say, consist of friends or even certain family members, but you just have to cut them off. The relationship has now expired. Right. Very, very, very well stated. This is key here because in many situations, your closest friends or even your best friend or best friends or even your closest family members will become jealous, or they will say what you're doing is not the right thing. You're wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels. You're not good enough. You cannot even let your closest family members get to you. And sometimes you just have to cut them off. Sometimes you have to. Now, you don't cut them off forever, but you just kind of, step back. You step back and don't let their negativity get to you. And if they come at you in the future with more negativity, say, hey, look, I understand you don't like what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing. Respectfully, hey, this is who I am. Please appreciate that. And if they continue to come at you and they yell at you, say, hey, look, I'm just going to let you go. We can talk another time when, you're in a better mood or whatever, right? That's all you can do. And just move on. Don't let them knock you down. It's true. Family has been some of the worst people in my life. They can be. They can be. And it hurts because you would think your family would be your biggest cheerleader, right? But a lot of times they're not. They're your worst enemy. Some of my oldest friends have absolutely hated every inch of my success and well-being. Yeah, because they're probably struggling and you're not. It is what it is. That's right. That's all you can do. Why allow their negativity to bring down your success? If they continue to be negative around you because you're successful and they're not, you got to cut them off and hang around with other like-minded people that are successful and have a more positive attitude. There just isn't a reality where those people are good for me. Right. You're right. As hard as it is sometimes, they just can't be welcomed in my life anymore. Big round of applause. Yeah. Absolutely. I could not have said any of this any better myself. I could not have said any of this any better myself. Well said. I'm glad I expanded that section on Reddit because a lot of great responses, even from a deleted account. Let's see. All right. We're all caught up in the chat. Yeah, it's a sad truth. Just how you outgrow certain activities or outgrow a job or whatever, you outgrow relationships as well. Right. Yeah, I had a best friend, Brett, growing up. And I don't hate Brett to this day. And it's interesting because my brother is still friends with my former friend, Brett. But my brother doesn't even see him anymore. I was best friends with this guy for like 18 years or so. And he just went down a different path that didn't resonate with me. It just brought a lot of negativity and drama into my life that I didn't want. So I had to let him go. I just didn't want to be around, around him. He met a woman, still I think he's still married to her to this day, and she became very controlling, and he started acting real soft. I used to look up to my friend Brett when I met him back in my high school days. He was a football player. He was a strong, confident guy. And then after he met this woman, he just became a real softy. I mean, that's harsh, but it's true. And I lost respect for him. And I just didn't want to be around the negativity that his girlfriend at the time, now wife, was bringing into his life. I didn't want to be around that. So, I parted ways, and it made a big difference in my life. This happened in my my early 30s, like around 33 or so is when I parted ways with him. Okay, about 17 years ago. And since I parted ways with him, I've been able to focus a lot more on my happiness and figuring out what I want. And, I've had a lot of great times. I had some great relationships since that point. Yeah, all of them didn't work out, but now I found the woman of my dreams, Dawn. We've been together almost 3 years. If I was still hanging around him and dealing with his drama and stuff, it would have just drained my energy to want to focus on bettering myself personally and professionally. Sometimes you got to remove people out of your life, even though you really don't want to, because if you don't, they're going to weigh you down. They're going to weigh you down and prevent you from reaching the goals, dreams, and aspirations you want to reach personally and professionally. Whether it be friends, dating, etc., you evolve and keep on grinding, and it is what it is. Absolutely. Couldn't I have said it better myself? You learn from your mistakes. You learn from each relationship that fails. You learn from all of your past friendships, even with people you no longer are friends with or hang out with. You learn from your family. You learn from everything, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes initially. And even when you finally figure things out, for the most part, you're still going to make mistakes. Not as much, but you're still going to always make some mistakes. And mistakes are always going to be a learning opportunity, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me a second here. Nana Mary, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. You said in the chat, excuse me, maybe his wife was more important than your friendship. Maybe to him it was. It just didn't work for me. And he lost a lot of friends, not just myself. My brother just felt sorry for him, so he kind of kept the friendship with him. But Nana Mary, why are you coming in here with a very rough, horrible attitude? It's almost like you're trolling. Why are you bringing negativity into my channel? We don't allow negativity here, Nana Mary. Have a nice day. It's also not just money or business, but also lifestyles, activities, interests, etc. Absolutely. You have to live the lifestyle that you want to live. You don't live a lifestyle for someone else. You live your own lifestyle for yourself. You have to define what that is, okay? And sometimes the lifestyle you want to live is different than the lifestyle some of your past friends want to live, right? So sometimes in order to be happy within yourself and have the lifestyle you want, you've got to remove certain people that aren't in alignment with that. Nothing wrong with that. You just politely and as maturely part ways and wish them the best. Sometimes people will walk away and not bug you. Sometimes, they'll bug you or harass you for a little bit and then they'll move on. But now on social media, they harass you every damn day. You can just ignore that and block them. But in the real world, typically people just, go away. They might try to call you for a few days or email you or try to reconcile, but eventually they'll just taper off and realize, hey, it is what it is, right? Some folk never evolve while others continue to keep going and growing, upgrading everything along the way. Right. Let me read that one more time. Some folk never evolve while others continue to keep going and growing. That's what it's all about, which is what I'm trying to say. It's about evolving and continuing to move forward like I do each and every day with my channels here, and growing slowly but surely, moving the needle just a little bit forward each and every day. Okay. And upgrading everything along the way. Right. When I first started doing YouTube, I had, a headset microphone from Radio Shack. Then I upgraded to a $100 Blue Yeti USB microphone. Now I've got this $400 Shure SM7B and a nicer setup. I've evolved along the way. I didn't do it right away. It took years to get here. So I've reached a certain level of success, and I'm proud of that success. Now, have I become, fully successful yet? Probably not, but I'm heading there. That's all that matters. I keep growing and upgrading everything along the way, and that's what you should do. That's the best way to do it. Fantastic. Buyer Repair Guy Raleigh says, positive place for positive people. Right. Right, Raleigh, right. Now, some people want to come in here and continuously, spray out their negativity. And you know where that's coming from. Buyer Repair Guy Raleigh. We don't have to go into that. All right, that's all I'm going to go through on the first post in there. We are at 32 minutes. Let's go to the next Reddit posting. Okay. This is from the subreddit r Stoicism. Ooh, that's a great, great name for a Reddit group. r/Stoicism. And the original poster's title is, How Do I Stop Feeling Jealous of Other People's Achievements? Great. How do I stop feeling jealous of other people's achievements? Well, you got to make a choice and stick to it. You got to realize it's not worth your time or energy to focus more on what they have. Focus on what you want. You may not have what they have yet, but if you focus more on what you want instead of focusing on what they have and you don't, you might actually get there and get rid of that shitty attitude, right? And stop feeling jealous, right? Seeking stoic advice. Well, that's what you're going to get coming here to the GNA. You're going to get stoic advice. That's a fantastic word, huh, by your Repair Guy Raleigh. All right. Hi, everyone. As titled, I get jealous of people around me, even people on the internet, when they talk about things that they have achieved. Well, to a certain extent, that's a natural reaction. But it depends how far you take it and how much you allow to consume you, which is what I'm trying to say. Everyone's going to look up to people that are more successful, especially if you're trying to reach a similar level of success, right? But how much of your energy are you focusing on the people that have what you want instead of focusing on what you want, even if it's similar or the same as what they have, right? And the people on the internet, let me tell you, I used to think half the stuff on the internet was fake and phony. I would say nowadays, about 75 to 80% of content on the internet is fake, phony, altered. It's just garbage content, drama content that makes people quick money. It makes people quick money and it's not sustainable long term. So if you're going to look at it from that standpoint, which is the truth, there's really nothing to be jealous of. I recommend for people to take their time to build whatever they're trying to build and build something genuine, like the title of the organization here, Genuine Networking Association. Build something genuine, authentic. That's going to take time, energy, effort. You're going to have many ups and downs. You're not going to make a lot of money right away. You'll make some, but take your time and build what you're trying to build the right way, slowly but surely, right? And you're going to have people attacking you. You're going to have people criticizing you. You're going to have people calling you a failure, right? You're going to have people that are trashy, scumbaggy, degenerate type of people that might be doing better on social media than you. But it's temporary because what they're doing is not sustainable long term. You're building something for the long run, which is going to make a lot more money down the road and be a lot more sustainable down the road than what they're doing. So you have to understand it from that standpoint and not let it get to you. Maybe jealousy isn't an apt descriptor. More like envy. Oh, it absolutely is envy. Big round of applause. Oh, jealousy is absolutely envy. And, I've dealt with a lot of people coming at me on YouTube and stuff, and it is envy. It absolutely is envy. And, whenever the people that don't like me hear me say this, they try to flip it and say, no, we're not envious of you. Of course you are. You focus all your time and energy on me. You are envious of me. And, I might make a quick statement like that and then move on. And all these people that are trying to stunt my growth, they're all blocked. And I don't see what they do. And I don't care what they do. I know they exist. I can go manually search for them, but I don't. It is envy. Absolutely 100% envy. By Repair Guy Raleigh says 100% stoic has a lot of power to it. Absolutely. 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 All right. I asked myself, why can't I succeed like them? Well, you should say, why can't I be successful like them? I think you might be from a different country. That's okay. We'll give you a free pass there on the grammar. I asked myself, why can't I be successful like them? Well, you can be. You have to choose to want to be successful, but be successful, for yourself. You don't have to be like them. Maybe you're inspired by what they're doing, right? But focus on what you want and ignore what they're doing. Unless you really like what they're doing, you want to support what they're doing, that's cool. Or learn from what they're doing and replicate it or do it better. But focus less on your jealousy and envy of them and focus more on creating what you want to create. That's all it takes. Yes, it's easier said than done, but that's all it takes. Why can't life give me what I want? Because you haven't handled life properly yet. You're basically more focused on other people's success instead of your own. You're spending all your time and energy being jealous over other people and feeling like, oh, I'm just not good enough or as good or I can't do what they do. If that's the mindset you're in, then you're never going to be successful. You got to shift your mindset. You've got to motivate and inspire yourself and say, hey, you know what? Instead of being jealous and envious of these people, I'm going to learn from them and I'm going to do what they do, but differently and better. And then start focusing on that and focus less or don't focus at all on them. I don't outwardly show disdain for my friends and family, but inside I feel as though I'm drowning. Well, you need an outlet to talk to. You should be talking about this with your friends, even your family. If you don't talk about things and you keep things inside, you're going to implode at some point or even explode, right? You need to talk about it. Maybe you might need a therapist. Look into that, right? But if you keep this all locked deep within because you're fearing even your friends and family is going to chastise you, it's going to continue to get worse for you. Okay? You got to talk to people about how you're feeling, and they can give you advice on how to overcome that. I'll tell you the way to overcome that is stop focusing on other people's success and focus on your own. Focus on what you want to create and start working on it. And ignore people that are going to try to tear you down, because there will be lots of people online and offline that will try to tear you down. Okay? The only person I truly do not feel this way is towards my partner, because subconsciously I view him as an extension of myself. Okay. Well, maybe you chose the right partner then. Then go to your partner and ask your partner, what would you do in my shoes? This is how I'm feeling. Tell your partner how you're feeling. Now, if your partner knows you really well, your relationship partner knows you really well, they should be able to pick up on, when you're feeling down or depressed and stuff. And they should ask you, hey, it seems like you're a little bit out of it. Let me know what's going on. You've got a partner that you should be talking with regularly. My girlfriend, Dawn, we talk every single day about everything. Stuff that happens online, stuff that happens offline, stuff between our families, all that stuff. We talk about it because it's important. If we keep it wrapped in, we're going to implode or explode, and it's going to get worse. You got to release the tension. You got to have an outlet to talk to. And you've got one, you're just not using them. Let's see. I obviously have a lot of work to do. Let me say that again. I obviously have a lot of work to do. I will be seeing a new therapist. Good for you. That's exactly what you should do. But I would like some advice and anecdotes on how to overcome this gritty feeling. Well, it starts within yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I love myself. 5 times. I love myself. 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 5 freaking times. Okay? And you got to tell yourself that no matter what anyone says or does, I still love myself because I am happy internally, deep within. The majority of people's problems are lacking self-love. And every person I talk to says, every person that I talk to that I feel is lacking self-love, and I said, hey, do you have self-love? Oh, yeah, I have self-love, but no. If you truly have self-love for yourself, nothing will bother you. I've gotten to the point in my life at 50 years old. I'm 50 years old now. I've gotten to the point in my life that nothing phases me, regardless of what happens online or offline. Nothing phases me. Why? Because I am truly at peace within myself, and I have self-love and self-respect. And I know what I'm worth. And other people that wish they could be in my shoes may be attacking me. It doesn't bother me because I understand why they're attacking me, because they want to be in my position, whether they admit it or not. That's the reason. But you overcome the gritty feeling by looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what? No matter what happens, I'm a good person. I need to have self-love and self-happiness. You got to psych yourself out and say, you know what? I'm worth it. You got to say, I'm worth it, because if you don't overcome the gritty feeling, then in essence, you're telling yourself that you're not worth it. And that's a big problem. You'll sink into depression, and that'll make matters worse. All you got to do is say, you know what? Fuck it. I love myself. I don't give a shit what anyone says about me or does to me. I'm still going to move forward and make shit happen in ways I want to make it happen. That's all. That is it. All right. Few comments here. We are at 44, almost 45 minutes. All right. This is from a deleted account. People tend to minimize the success of others primarily because it helps them cope with their own insecurities. Right. Right. It makes people feel better to try to knock you down to their level. And they're going to try to do that every freaking time. And if you let them, you're going to sink with them. If you ignore them, maybe say, hey, look, I don't want to be a part of your negativity. I'm out, right? Say that or say nothing at all and just walk away and ignore them if they keep coming at you, especially if it's online. It's a defense mechanism, really, and easier than accepting you might be limiting your own success. Right. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. It manifests as envy because we feel others can't possibly deserve the success they are enjoying. It's just jealousy and envy. That's all it is. Any success someone creates is typically earned. Now, some people will lie, cheat, and steal and do dumb shit to get to their level of success. And I don't respect those people. But regardless of how you look at it, everyone builds their own success. You can build your own if you focus on building it rather than focusing on, why other people are successful and you're not. And furthermore, we feel we deserve so much more than we have. Everyone feels like that. I guess it's a natural feeling. Yeah, it is a natural feeling. It is. We all want more. Everyone wants more, right? But at the same time, you also have to be realistic about stuff, right? And we all have different capabilities than others, all right? We all have strengths and weaknesses. Focus more on your strengths. Do something that focuses more on what you're strong at, and you'll reach success. I promise you. It might not happen right away, but eventually you will reach success. I think there are a few important things to consider here. Okay, what are they? Let's see. Number one, what is your definition of success? Okay, that's a good way to look at it. Perhaps the successes that you envy in others aren't really meaningful as you've made them out to be. Right. Wealth, positions of power, material possessions, etc. What do you think is truly meaningful in life? Well, obviously, we need to have money to survive. Money makes the world go around. We understand that. But if you focus everything you do around money, you're not going to enjoy what you're doing and you're not going to reach success, because in this world nowadays, the more you talk about money, and I'm guilty of this too, because I struggle at times. I'm struggling a little bit right now, but I'll find a way to make it through, right? If you focus your energy, on the monetary aspect, it's going to severely stunt your abilities to make that money or to grow your business or to move forward, whatever you're trying to move forward. Okay. Try to minimize talking about, the money aspects of why you're doing what you're doing. The money will come along with you becoming successful at what you truly enjoy, solely for the fact of just enjoying it beyond the money. I'm getting some messages behind the scenes. Some people are finally starting to get back, and they probably don't even realize that I'm alive right now on the main channel. It's all good. It is all good. Okay, number two, what does the success of others have to do with you? Right. What does the success of others have to do with you? If you want to be successful at something similar that they're doing, then maybe learn how to do it better by watching them. But don't let their success make you feel jealous or overly envious or kick you down, right? Or make you feel like you want to attack them because they're successful at something you're not or want to be, right? Okay. Are they actively preventing or limiting your success? No one's limiting your success or preventing it besides yourself. Is there a finite amount of success to be had? Nope. Not likely. No. Simple. Yeah. I agree. Ask yourself, these are great questions. What does the success of others have to do with you? Absolutely nothing. If you're going to maybe, if you're going to maybe say, okay, maybe a little bit of it has to do with me. Maybe if you want to do something similar, you can learn how to do the similar thing for yourself. But the success of others really have nothing to do with you. And that's why when you see all these channels on YouTube say, I made $1 million in 3 days, and you can too. I mean, that's not true. Some people say it is. It's not true, in my opinion. And I'm not putting that out there as an advertisement. I'm just saying, when you see things like that, that's a bunch of garbage, right? That's a bunch of garbage. But a lot of these people, they suck people in on a lie. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of the stuff you see on the internet and YouTube is just fake. Just try to get you to click on it, right? And then they make money off ad revenue, right? Your success has really nothing to do with other people. Give me a second here. Give me 1 second, folks. I'll be right back. We are back live. We are back live, and we are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. I'm sorry about that. Let's get back to the browser screen there. My girlfriend, I thought my girlfriend Dawn needed something, but she's actually messaging some people behind the scenes from the Genuine Networking Association Women's Mastery. Hey, King Cole, how are you doing? My other account seems to be removed from this channel. Well, really? Let me see. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see. Huh. I'll look into that afterwards, man. I don't think so. But anyway, welcome to the show. 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. We're going to be going off the air in about 20 minutes or so. All right. Let's continue here. Number 3, what are you Number 3, what are you doing that's limiting your ability to be successful? Yeah, what are you doing that's limiting your ability to be successful? Are you focusing more of your time being jealous and envious of others that are successful in the same way you want to be successful? Yeah, maybe learn a little bit from them, but take that information and go off and do your own thing and focus on yourself. Look inward. If you don't have the life you hope for, if you don't have the life you'd hoped for, then consider the idea that there are things you could be doing better. Right. A lot of people are stuck in a rut. They lack motivation. They lack desire. They're inconsistent, right? They're prioritizing their time on other things. There are so many people that I've wanted to help and still want to help that I've met from YouTube that I'm good friends with. I've offered people interviews. I've offered people to do content with them and help them in any way. And all they have to do is reach out. I keep reaching out to them. They say they're interested, but they keep ignoring. They keep on, changing their mind. They keep on, we call it flaking out. And nowadays, you're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff like that. Nowadays, there's so much information out there at the speed of light because of our smartphones. These things right here, right? People are inundated with information, and it's really hard to not only get people's attention, but to work on necessary things together. It's hard to even collaborate. It's just, I'm being real. But you just got to keep trying. You just got to keep on trying. If one thing's not working, try something else, right? And in the meantime, just keep moving forward for yourself, with yourself. Eventually, it'll all fall into place in the way it was meant to fall into place. Why can't life give me what I want? Well, you have to earn it. You haven't earned it yet, right? And nowadays, I hate to say it, nowadays, because of the internet and because of smartphones and because, we're inundated with so much information that we have far less time to focus on things. So now you got to get your message out much clearer and quicker and get lucky too. There's also the matter of luck. You can be the most skilled person at whatever you want to create. You could be, the best YouTuber with the best content. You could be good looking and all and do everything right. And you have to get lucky to trigger the YouTube algorithm to grow. There's an element of luck to everything. If your time hasn't come yet, just keep moving forward. Eventually, luck will be on your side as long as you're doing everything else properly and focusing on yourself and your purpose and your dreams, goals, dreams, and aspirations. That's it. Life is the gift. It's up to you to do something with it right. One more time. Life is the gift. It is up to you to do something with it. Big round of applause. Big round of applause. Absolutely. We are at 58 minutes. Wow. King Cole says, your audience would be extremely large if it wasn't for people that continuously put your audience out of jealousy. I don't understand what you mean by that. Be more specific there, ODN. King Cole says somebody is triggered in your chat. Oh, they're spamming. We just get rid of them. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Well, we know who the biggest spammer on YouTube is, ODN. It is what it is, dude. Life goes on. All right. Again, 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. All right, let's get to the final of 3 postings here. I'm just taking small parts that are relevant, trying to give you folks more bite-sized consumable content and getting the point across quicker. This is from the subreddit r partnered YouTube, meaning that, this is like for YouTube partner program members, which I am one of them. Okay. And I've joined this. A subreddit for creators in the YouTube partner program with advice and discussion on content creation, monetization, and marketing strategy. If you're not a member of the program, please check out our other subreddits, our YouTubers and our YouTubers. Okay. I think I'm a part of those too. King Call ODN says your audience would be a lot larger if it wasn't for a certain dude poaching my audience. Yeah. Well, it's not even about that. It's just the hateful content him and his people create. It is what it is, man. I just ignore them and move on. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do. That's been the whole point of this show here. Success on social media involves dealing with jealousy, dislike, and hateful comments, man. It is what it is. It's part of the game, right? I mean, I don't have a problem responding to it every now and then, especially when people in my audience ask that know the story regarding myself and these past drama people. But quite honestly, man, I don't have to allow it to affect me, and I don't. We just keep moving forward, and we ignore their dumb shit. And the more we ignore their dumb shit, the less relevant their content is. That's why they're triggered, right, ODN? It's all good, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. I'll look to see when the show's done, and then I gotta look to also see what's going on Facebook so we can reconnect there as well, bro. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you. That was weird. Give me a second here. Let me check something out. Give me a second. How it's affecting, I don't. We just keep moving forward. And we ignore their dumb shit. And the more we ignore their dumb shit, the less relevant their content is. That's why they're triggered, right, ODN? It's all good, bro. Hope you're doing well, man. I'll look to see. Give me a second, folks. And then I gotta look to also see what's going on Facebook so we can reconnect there. Give me a second. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. All right, yeah, there's just a little bit of a glitch through the OBS browser support there. I'll have to figure out what's going on with that, but it's working fine now. All right, so the topic, the title of the original poster is, has anyone here received hate comments written by other YouTube channel creators? I've found them to be the most hateful and offensive. Oh yeah, that's a common thing. There are a lot of jealous, envious, insecure, and immature creators on YouTube. They come in all shapes and sizes. They come in all ages, all races, all sexes, everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are lots of people that are desperately seeking relevancy, and they're going about it the wrong way. And what they're doing may reach them a small level of success temporarily, but it's not sustainable long term. So these people come after people like me that are looking at it from the long run, right? Compared to comments from commenters who are not creators, does anyone know why this is the case? Why are the hate comments from other creators on my videos so much more intensely hateful? Because they're jealous of you and they're envious. And they're trying to knock you down because there's something you have they don't. Whatever it may be. Maybe you're better looking than them. Maybe you have more money than them. Maybe your lifestyle's better than them. Maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend's better than them. Maybe they're single and you're not. There's a whole bunch of stuff. why people are intensely hateful. It's basically jealousy and envy is what it boils down to. I've also noticed that the comments are coming from creators whose channels are doing significantly worse than mine. Well, that's the same thing with me. All these people that are coming at me are not even real YouTubers, but they're trying to be, and it is what it is. Let's put it that way. It just is what it is, right? What does this mean? Well, it means they're jealous and envious. It means that they're trying to build something like you're trying to build off of your name. And because they don't have many things that you seem to have, they're trying to take it from you. That's all. Don't let them do that. Like, I've never received a hateful comment or any comments for that matter from some creator who's got 800K subscribers and gets 100K views per monthly video release. Yeah, it's because those people are focused on running their business and they're getting hate comments, but they're ignoring their hate comments. And actually, when you have that many subscribers, you have a lot more support than hate. When you're at, like, for example, if you're like under 10 or 20K subs on YouTube, you're still considered a small channel, and even people that have channels with 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers or 500 or 300 subscribers, they're going to come at you, and they're going to try to use what you appear to be building as their content. They see something significant in you, because if they didn't, then they wouldn't be talking about you, especially people that talk about the same people constantly like people do about me, right? Edit. I meant to add the following information, but I was afraid of making my original posting too long, but I feel it's now necessary to clarify. Okay. My niche is archaeology, history, and science documentaries. Just by voice narration, faceless still images, and serious tone with no jokes. Despite me closely following scholarly sources and news reports from sources like CNN, I get tons of comments from religious fundamentalists, conspiracy theorists, and science denialists. For example, people saying carbon-14 dating isn't real. I also have a lot of commenters constantly trying to prove that they know more than me, or by trying to nitpick one little thing, however small, that I may have missed in my documentary. Well, here's the thing, dude. I may not agree with a lot of the stuff you just said, but I'm not going to attack you. I'm going to encourage you to keep creating what you want to create. It's simply a choice of how people want to react to you or not react to you at all, right? So you're dealing with a lot of people. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're dealing with a lot of people that are very mentally ill. They're emotionally unstable. They're jealous. They're envious. They're insecure. They feel insignificant. They don't have self-love. When you're dealing with people like that, they're depressed. When you're dealing with people like that, what do you expect? But you don't understand that yet, right? So that's why you're here posting, and I'm sure people in the comments section will share similar thoughts as I did. Let me see. Give me a second. King Cole with the $2.99 super chat. Keep growing the GNA, brother. Thank you, man. Here in the studio. Hold on. I got to thumb you up. Here in the studio, I got to give you a big round of applause. Yeah, you donated on the main channel. The super chat still works on the main channel too, ODN. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, man. It's very kind of you, dude. Very, very kind of you, brother. Thank you so much. 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. Again, God bless you, ODN. You've been very supportive, and you have no idea how much Don and I appreciate you. You have no idea, man. Thank you so much. As for other channel creators attacking me, from what I remember, one guy who attacked me had a gaming channel, and another who attacked me had a kind of vlog channel talking about anything and everything. Yeah, they're all trying to leverage, the audience you're building. That's what people do on YouTube. Just some people will leverage you with hate, because when you're hateful and creating drama content, there's an audience, a large audience of people that will drop everything for that type of content anytime, day or night. And the people creating the content, they know that. So just ignore it. Don't let it get to you, man. They weren't even in my niche. And the way they and other channel creators have attacked me is so far beyond the way I've been attacked by religious fundamentalists or science denialists that don't have channels, because these people are just trolls and haters on YouTube that attack anything, anyone, and everyone as their form of drama, fake instigated drama, type of content. That's it. I've been dealing with this for the last 6.5 years. I didn't realize what was going on initially when it first started happening to me 6.5 years ago, but 6.5 years later, with the experience I have, I'm helping other people like you folks understand what's going on. Just ignore it. All these people are trying to do is get your attention and keep making content and money off your name and off your reactions. It's stupid. Let it go. I don't want to get into details too much, but the attacks from the other creators weren't just simply BS C14 dating ain't real, which I, of course, can easily laugh off and ignore. Instead, it is as if these creators really put a lot of thought into their attack on me. They did their homework for their bullying. Well, they probably did a background check on you and found out everything that you've done in life. And then they what they do is they try to use you as their content. Look at this guy. He's creating this content, but this is who he really is in real life. Here's his background check. Here's where he lives. Here's where he works. Here's where he does, right? That's what these people do, dude. I would just ignore it. It's a stupid, dumb shit. And I really don't even think YouTube should allow this type of content, but to a certain extent, it's like freedom of the press, right? So they have to allow it. Ignore it, man. Ignore it. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it waste your time or energy from continuing to create and improving what you've already created, man. For example, they will watch my entire video. They will read all the comments in the video and maybe even watch a few other videos I made. And then based on all this knowledge, they will write me a hateful, snide, and snarky comment. Yeah, they're trying to get a reaction from you and then use that reaction, whether you respond by email or do it online, use that as their next video. These people have no content. There's no originality. So, just ignore them. Let them do what they're going to do and don't feed into them to give them even more, right? When you feed into them, you give them even more. Okay. Yeah, you're right, ODN. That dude's really, really triggered, man. Yeah. I'm not even going to respond. I've got everything all handled behind the scenes. This is so stupid, Oh, man. All you got to do is sit back and laugh. These soccer accounts can only be coming from one group of people, and particularly just one person. And this one person has not put out content for a while. So you're so bored, dude. I don't get it, dude. Get a life and start focusing more on real stuff than just stupid drama, dude. You make soccer accounts, saying things that aren't true, man. You already know what the truth is. The truth, you can look into me and find out all the truth about, my entities and all that. So just, dude, for your own sanity, dude, focus on positive stuff and build something positive and make some money doing positive things. That's all, man. A few comments here, then we're going to go off the air. We are at 1 hour and 14 minutes. A person with a lot of subs and views tends to be more professional about it and sees it as a job. Right. They don't have time for the haters. Also, haters can't say, you're a failure because they're not failing with 800K subs, right? Or with a lot of subs, right? You wouldn't do anything to jeopardize a well-paid, fun job. That's true. People with lots of subs and views are creating while all those other channels are still consuming, right? They're consuming content and then using that as their content. They're not creating. There's nothing creative about channels that pick on you on YouTube. All they're doing is recycling your content because they have nothing else. They have nothing original to create, right? Whatever is commented after reaching certain milestones should be way more carefully curated towards maintaining a social media career, right? Yeah, so when I get to a certain level, like when I get to 20, 30, 40, 50K subs or 100K subs, at that point, my content's going to become even more professional than it is. I'm going to focus a lot less or practically zero time at all on trolls and haters. Right now, I use it for example purposes every now and then because I'm still, I'm still at a small channel level. But they're right. This person's right. Alan missed. A person with a lot of subs and views tends to be more professional about it and sees it as a job. And you don't want to jeopardize that as you get bigger, right? Foodfly says, no, quite the opposite. They always post nice, often artificial comments in hopes someone clicks their name and watches their videos. So they're spamming you is what they're doing. Instead of attacking you or trolling you, they're spamming you. All right, do it and comment on their videos to return the favor. I have never experienced a single negative comment from their channel. Regular people, on the other hand, well, what do you have, like 2 subscribers? If you've never experienced any negative comments, then you're not getting any traction on YouTube at all. I'm sorry. That's unreal. KCC YouTube says subs 137K, views 56.3 million. Okay, I've only had a positive experience with other people in my genre. I try to comment on some of their videos on a daily basis. Be the change that you want to see. Kill them with kindness, yourself, and maybe you can get them to come around. I'm going to wrap up this show by reading this comment one more time. From a channel with 137K subs and 56.3 million total lifetime views, KCC-YouTube. I've only had a positive experience with other people in my genre. So people that do the same thing as you, that understand what you do. I try to comment on some of their videos on a daily basis, the positive people in his genre, where it could benefit him or her. Because that's the audience that wants to consume their content. Be the change that you want to see. Yeah, you be the change. You stop focusing on the negativity and focus on positive stuff. Ignore all the garbage. Kill them with kindness, yourself, and maybe you can get them to come around. Yeah, that's why this dude that was coming in, he came in here twice today, spamming my chat with stupid shit. He's so triggered because I don't hate the guy. I don't hate anyone over there. I just wish these people would stop doing their dumb shit, right? And I don't let them affect me from moving forward. I, in essence, have killed him with kindness. And I wish him and no one else in those groups any harm. It's just that their content is stupid, fake, instigated drama content. And there's no upside for me. And, associating with them and stuff like that and not blocking their people is a distraction to what I'm trying to create. So yeah, kill them with kindness. That's the way to do it. And that's where we're going to wrap up this show here today. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. All right. Lucy, I hope you're not trolling. But anyway, don't let the jealous, overweight people that would never say anything to your face get under your skin. Well, I understand many of them might be overweight, but I'm not judgmental. I'm not the type of person that really likes to use ad hominem attacks. I get where you're coming from, but thank you for your positive encouragement minus the overweight comment, but I get where you're coming from. With that being said, folks, I'll be back for a walk. Let me go back to full screen here. I'll be back for a walk on GNA2, Genuine Life Personal Development, probably within the next hour to hour and a half. So if you're not subscribed to the other channel, or if you're on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to both channels in the description. But GNA2, Genuine Life Personal Development, later on today, in about an hour to an hour and a half, I'll be doing a walk with purpose with another topic. With that being said, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you again to ODN for your $2.99 super chat. Keep growing the GNA, broski. Absolutely. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.